To the Tampa RV SuperShow, and of course we had to hit the Airstream showroom. So now that we've been in two of these guys, we kind of have an idea of what we might look for in an RV and what we might not want in an RV. And we know that you all kind of have similar ideas. So given that this is a massive event with last year 85,000 attendees, we know there's lots of curiosity around what can you get in a feature set in a travel trailer, RV, what have you. So we're going to give you a side-by-side comparison of features within different Airstream models. So the way that this is going to work is we're going to focus on particular feature sets of each of these Airstreams. So there are a variety of models, color schemes, layouts that you could choose from, but we're going to show you kitchens and dinettes side by side, and then bedroom bathrooms side by side, and then things like windows. Maybe windows are your priority, right? So there are different ways you could go about that, bringing in the natural light. So windows, finishes, and things like flooring, and then a bit of the exterior as well. So we'll just go through categories and kind of show you those side by side so that you can take a look at those comparisons and really evaluate against what might matter most to you in making a decision like this.
Okay, so this is the 27 FBQ Globetrotter in the London Gray. Now, a couple things that are unique to the Globetrotter are going to be these automatic stabilizers. So you just press a button and your stabilizers are going to raise up and down pretty easy. The other thing that's automatic is going to be the awning. So you've got these pistons and arms right here that, again, just from the inside, you press a button and it's going to extend or retract.
Okay, so let's take a look at the kitchen. We used to have this model, so we're actually very familiar with this layout. So what you get in the kitchen space for this one will be a really nice cooktop. So you do have the 3-stove burner here, gas oven. This one comes with the convection oven. I think that's still an option, but it might be standard now to have the convection oven as well, which can double as a microwave, right? This sink, this is something to point out. This sink is significantly larger than other models, so you'll be able to see those and compare. But the sink is really nice. You also get these features in the back. We always use these as kind of a catch-all. We used to have leashes in this right-hand side, dog stuff over there, and then like our soaps and sponges over here. But these are also chef's kitchen features. So maybe this is somewhere that you know, chop and throw your scraps and make it easy to get rid of those later. So really nice feature in the Globetrotter as far as that goes. So for this one, you do have a bit of a jut out. So in the 27-foot model in the Globetrotter, you're going to have this bit of a jut of the counter. This does, to us when we have this model, it made this space feel a little bit more narrow and a little bit less roomy, right? So you kind of lose, doesn't seem like much, but whenever you're living in a small space, it kind of is a lot. You lose this section here of walkway, so it does become a little more confined feeling, but it's really a great kitchen setup. It is a simple setup. It's just not the largest, most functional counter space that you're going to find in an Airstream. With the Globetrotter model, and so specifically looking at the 27 FBQ, these cabinets are really nice. So the feature that you're going to have in the Globetrotter line is going to be this lighting. So it's going to automatically light up when you open the cabinet. And for people that are short like myself, these little mirrors really come in handy to see what you're reaching for or what you might not be able to see is back there. So sometimes you just want that one cup, you know, and you can't see what's going on over there, but the mirror helps you kind of feel around and maybe scooch it into view to see if it's the one you're looking for. So that tends to be pretty nifty. Along with the kitchen space would be the storage. So this is a really cool feature. We definitely missed this from this model. There's a little button and it slides out. And this is your kitchen storage. So we used to keep our spices here, coffee stuff down there, and they're just kind of like your everyday grab stuff here. And then there's additional storage here and below. This is where we kept heavy stuff like canned beans and potatoes that could fall out during travel. And then you have a few features here too. So they really do try to make the most of the space. You have your wheel, what is it called, Jim?
wheel well?
Yeah, wheel well is back there, but they do still provide the space for a more narrow storage option. Then we'll show you the drawers underneath the sink, just to kind of give you an idea of what the storage space looks like in the kitchen. And then the fridge. So we don't actually know all the specs on these, but we'll just kind of give you a look so you can compare the refrigerators as well. Here would be your freezer space and refrigerator. And the one that we have now is a little bit larger, right, Jim? Mm-hmm. So you can take a look at the 30-foot cloud to kind of compare the size of the fridge. So that about gives you an overview of the kitchen area. So we're going to focus on seating now. In the 27-foot Globetrotter, you're going to have a long kind of bench seat right here, and then a smaller seat on this side. Now, this setup, you have 2 tables that come apart, so it does provide you with some flexibility, which is nice because you could take off, say, this back table, and you can make a U-shaped couch where you still maintain a sitting space, so you can use it to eat, work, what have you. Then, as far as the flexibility of the seating, these both go down, and then you can put cushions for a larger couch or to make that a secondary sleeping space. There's also some storage above here, which is handy, and you do still get that lighting in the mirror back there for that. What we have for bathroom and shower is going to be this sort of split section. So we have a shower over here on the left-hand side. We'll let you get a look at that. Kind of hop in so you can see how big it is. This is me 30 weeks pregnant in the shower, if you need an idea of the size. So I never had a problem with this shower. Sometimes maybe Jane felt a little bit crowded, but not so much, right? Yeah. It's pretty good. And then you step across the hall for the bathroom space. So the Globetrotter 27 FBQ, or just a Globetrotter line, does come with the ceramic Domatic with the push flush, like so essentially the pedal flush that you can hit with your foot. That's different in other models, so make sure you check out the differences in the bathrooms. So your mirror will be up here. It's a full-length mirror this way. There's some nice storage space here for just your everyday, and then it opens up for some additional storage. And then your sink, you know, it's kind of small in this model, and then you've got some storage here as well as where your toilet paper goes. Additional storage here, which is a great place for all your cleaning supplies, that sort of thing. And then a small one there. And then in the Globetrotter line, and potentially all of the lines, we'll have to clarify, you do get the tankless water heater, so that can be controlled from the bathroom in this model. So this one has the queen size bed, storage up here, a little storage down there. You have plugs, and you have the USB hookups, which are nice. And then this is where you'll control your AC and your furnace and all of that as well. Underneath the bed, you'll see that you have some storage, which is nice. They provide these little bins for you. And then that's where we keep, and this is in all of the queen beds, they have this lift up option. That's where we keep like our larger cleaning supplies, you know, paper towels and things like that in the middle. And then there's your outdoor storage, so you do have an outdoor compartment, and that you can see from this angle as well. The last feature I'll point out in this model is that you do have these curtains that kind of separate out the section. So when you're evaluating your sort of like bedroom, bathroom situation, you've got a curtain to close off the bedroom, and then you also have a curtain to close off either this entire section, or maybe you're just wanting to close off the bathroom to itself, and then you do have your little closet here as well. Okay, so what you'll find within the models is just a different level of finish, right? So we're in the 27 FBQ Globetrotter in the London Gray. So let's look at what the Globetrotter has to offer. First, I'll point out the cabinets. So these are really soft, like matte finish, and they're rounded in a really like just aesthetic way. And when you open them, of course, you have the lighting back there, the mirror back there to help you find what you're looking for. And then you have this accent lighting as well, which is really nice. They also, for the Globetrotter they updated the air intake. Jam, why is this better? Why would you prefer this over the current model?
Well, it's easier to take out. Basically, with these screws, you only have 4 screws to clean it, whereas with the old one, you have 8 total screws, and they're small, and they strip.
They strip, yeah. So they fall a lot. Yeah. Okay, and this one, you also have the Corian countertop. So this one features a white Corian, which is really nice. windows, it would be a feature set, right? So what's so cool about the 27-foot Globetrotter is you do get that double panoramic feature. So that just means you have this really like classic Airstream panoramic window in the back and in the front. So if that's important to you, I mean, this is one of the only models where you can back into the view. And that's, you know, such a kind of like travel trailer's dream, is to back into the view that you're going to see. So that's really special about this model. I would say you can be chilling at the dinette, working, eating, what have you, and you'll be able to back into whatever view you've driven up to. In this particular model, you'll have the woven flooring, so we'll take a look at that. This one's a bit darker, which is nice, so there are different colors, but with this color with the London fog, you'll have this darker woven flooring, and it's actually what they use in yachts. So water will not seep through that and like get into anything below, which is an awesome feature, because if you've ever talked to someone who owns an RV, water damage is like the biggest fear. So water's not getting through that floor, which is really cool.
We are at the 27-foot International, and it has one of the best features that Airstream has come out with in the past couple years, which is the hatch. So we're at the rear of the trailer, and it has literally an entire hatch that will open up at your dinette, and there's a, I guess you call it a screen, you know, mosquito net or whatever, to keep bugs out. You can literally just sit here and have true outdoors in, and it's amazing. So that's one thing I wish we could do on ours.
And this isn't the only model that you can get the hatch, right? You can get it in a few others.
Yeah, you can get it, I think, in some of the Flying Cloud options as well, but not the Globetrotter.
Talk about outdoors in.
Talk about outdoors in.
And how about the front?
So, same thing, you're gonna have automatic awning.
Automatic in the International?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and you're also going to have the automatic stabilizer jacks as well.
Okay, so for the 27 FBQ International, I won't go through the whole deal because the layout's actually really similar to the Globetrotter that we were looking at. So we'll start with the kitchen, but what you'll really notice is it's more about the fit and finish than anything else with the differences. So if you take a look at the cabinets here, they're still nice and have that rounded feature, but as far as opening them, you're going to do that through this little slide. And then the countertops are still nice. They're just not necessarily like the same level of quality as the Globetrotter, but similar style here. You still get the grate burner, you know, everything there is good. Similar storage options. This is a little different because you get to open up a wider space versus having the drawers, which you get in the Globetrotter. And then the dinette area, again, super similar, but you're not going to have that split table, so less flexibility with what you do with your dinette space. But same thing in the 27-foot, you've got the long bench seat, two sides over here. This can go down and make a bed. So fit and finish is really what you're going to be getting different if you go International versus Globetrotter. Everything else is pretty much the same as the 27 FBQ Globetrotter. So just think about fit and finish. We'll show you the twin configuration. So this would be your twin option. Oh, what is nice is these closets above the bed. So each side has an individualized closet space, which is in addition to these closets. So Globetrotter comes with this. When you get the twin option, here in the International, you'll get these two closets here as well. And there's a nice little shared nightstand. This definitely feels more open as far as a space to kind of have this like long hallway and the open feel in the room with the walkway being in the middle.
Welcome to my flying cloud. Okay, so this is a flying cloud, which is the model level that we now have, but this one's a little bit different. So one, it's a 27-foot flying cloud. It does have a desk, which we will look at, but what I do want to show you is the difference in the awning here is that it's manual. Now, a lot of people go back and forth between whether or not they like the automatic awning on the Airstream versus the manual, because when you have a motor, it has the opportunity to mess up a lot more than something that's manual, that's strictly mechanical. So I haven't really had an issue with our manual awning. It's a little more work to put out, but I do actually enjoy it. So we did ultimately have issues with our automatic awning. Nothing too major, but it's a matter of preference there. The other thing with the Flying Cloud is the stabilizer jacks are going to be manual as well, as we mentioned earlier. So A little more manual processes, but again, less opportunity for something to break.
All right, so Flying Cloud, this one's a 27 foot. What's interesting about this one, it does have a desk. So it's not the office version, but even in the 27 foot, you can get this custom desk option. And man, you know what? This is even a standing desk. So I actually think this is really, really nice and super functional, and would have loved to have this in our Globetrotter before we switch to the office version. So it looks like you can just, I don't want to like break anything, but it looks like you can just kind of slowly lower that guy and slowly raise. This is a perfect size too. Our office space has a very large desk. It's way more desk than you really need. So this is a super functional option, I think, for anyone who's taking this thing on the road to work. Even have your little nifty plugs here. And you know what would be cool is actually hooking up this as a monitor, so you could even have like your laptop and then use your HDMI, is that right, Jim? Mm-hmm. And use your HDMI cord to have like a second monitor here, which would be perfect. Really quick on the fit and finish for the Cloud. So this is the same layout. We won't go into detail around like the kitchen and bathrooms, because it's the same layout as what we've looked at in the 27 FBQ Globetrotter and then the International. But as far as fit and finish goes, this is going to be a bit different than the other models. So this would be considered a downgrade, or you would be upgrading to International or Globetrotter or Classic. So a bit more functional style. It's not going to curve around and give you that sort of airplane or like boat feel that maybe the other models give you that sense of. Spaceship, some people say. It's just a bit more simple, straightforward, functional. So when I open this up, there's not going to be lighting back here in the Cloud models, and you can see this like sort of straightforward, still a matte finish, but just again a bit more simple, a bit more tactical in the Cloud models here. Same thing with the countertops. So you'll see, what are these countertops called, James? Do we know?
For mine, no, I don't know.
So we don't know the name of these, but you can see that they're still nice, like no complaints whatsoever, but they're not going to be that Korean, which gives you more of that feel of like a classic home. The Korean just feels nicer, right? So these, again, just feel a little bit more simple and tactical, and honestly, we have zero issues with that whatsoever, even after moving out of the Globetrotter into a Cloud. Everything else as far as layout in the 27 foot, this is about what you can expect. So you're going to have that jutted out, sink. You'll have the panoramic that way, your either queen or twin that way, the split bathroom where you've got the shower bathroom. That's going to be pretty standard in the 27 foot models. It's really just going to be about the fit and finish whenever you're thinking about which line to go with. And then you have the Pottery Barn model, and the reality is there are plenty of full tours of this model out there, but we'll just give you a really quick glimpse. The short of it is, it's just really nice. It's going to share a lot of the feel of a classic with just some minor differences, really about, again, just the fit and finish, and it gives you that classic Pottery Barn feel. So let's take a look at the couch. This honestly looks super cozy. I've been looking at different chairs for like rockers and gliders, and if I had to guess, this is what they call like that, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but basically it's like a woven like boule. Anyways, this is like a really nice Pottery Barn fabric that a lot of their chairs come in, and does look super cozy and comfortable. Beautiful countertops. Look at this fancy sink. So again, just fit and finish, different style. This is more residential feeling and not going to be like your classic granite style countertops and table. Colors are cool. Like this is a really pretty laminate. It looks like they even have some really nice Pottery Barn linens that come in here, which is obviously really cool. So anyways, those lights are fun. I don't know, I kind of like the black contrast with the this laminate, and it's just gonna be a little fancy, right? So there you go. Okay, so we haven't seen this model before, and it's really cool, so excited to show you this. This is an alternative International floor plan. So we've seen a lot of 27 foot. My guess is that's just kind of a top seller and why so many of those are available out here on the showroom floor. But this is a 23 foot International, and the layout's actually really cool, so I'm excited to share it with you. Okay, so when you walk in, this really catches my eye because not many of the Airstreams have a door that leads to a bathroom area. So let's take a look here. this is a totally dedicated bathroom space. So rather than have that shower on one side, bathroom on the other side, you can totally close off the bathroom with a real door. Hello. I'm actually stuck. I'm sure that in a
Wait, it locked you in?
I think so. Yeah. You know, always do your walkthrough, folks, because you never know. Make sure the door works and you don't get stuck. Yeah, so standard shower. This shower is a little bit bigger than the one that's across the hallway, so we'll let you get a look at that. I mean, honestly, this is, all hop in. Yeah, I mean, it's great. We've got all this room this way. The little bench seat. And toilet over here on the left-hand side. This is kind of nice to have too. It's just a little bit of counter space right here. Nice big window. A lot of the bathrooms do come with this little mirror versus like a long spread of a mirror. So got that feature here, and then some storage. Honestly, this is a great bathroom. I don't feel like it's a waste of space, because sometimes you feel like, well, I don't need that big of a bathroom, right? But this is a really nice space where I don't think you would feel crowded. I think a really cool feature of this one. And you get that long feel of the kitchen. So what's really nice too is you don't get that jut out. So in the 27-foot model, even though yes it is longer, having that jut out of the sink honestly is kind of bothersome, just depending on what you prefer. So just the fact that this is kind of set in to the side makes it feel more open right here. Storage looks awesome. You've got your standard overhead, a couple here. Oh, this even comes with this guy. I love this feature. Great, so same stove. The fridge is a little bit smaller, so we might show that. Here would be your freezer down here, which is definitely smaller than most of the models, at least 27 foot and above. Freezer, and then your fridge. I don't know how to open. Okay. So definitely a smaller fridge situation in the smaller campers. This is cool too. I mean, it's, your traditional, huh?
It's very functional.
Yeah, super functional. I feel like this is totally gets the job done, where it's not going to feel, I don't know, this is a 23 or is it 25?
23.
This feels huge for a 23-foot travel trailer. Like, this is totally functional, in my opinion. It feels way bigger than it is. Then you've got your twin setup in here, which you've seen before. Something, someone got cute. Something actually worth noting is having this wall space is super beneficial. So the fact that it does come with some hooks ready to go and just kind of dedicated space to hang coats. Same thing over here. You've got a few hooks here. You can actually just change what you use this wall space for. So maybe you ditch this whiteboard or put it somewhere different, and you put a little rack to like have where you drop your wallet and gloves and what have you, glasses. Just a great opportunity to have room for a drop station. So that's a nice feature, I would say, just having that wall space there when you walk in. I really like this model. We've given you guys a sneak peek at this one before when we were considering maybe getting out of our 27-foot Globetrotter. This is a model that I have my eye on. Jameson had the idea of maybe the Office being a great choice, and ultimately we're super happy with that choice whenever we were considering nursery and all of that. But this is a great floor plan and shouldn't be missed. So talking about the kitchen and dinette / seating area, I'll point out the seating first. So when you walk in, you actually have this great big floor space, which gives you a totally open feel. I love that about this model, that you just have room. It feels so open and really creates this larger space. It is nice just to have floor space, right? So multiple people can kind of be congregating here, and it won't feel stuffy, I don't think. So you've got a nice big couch here for seating, and then interesting about this model is you have a really long bench seat. And this is also where the table is. So obviously this table can raise up, and then this can be your seating area, your dining area, your desk, what have you. It also goes down and becomes a bed. So just so many things. If you're thinking about creating a space and making it your own, I mean, just think about it. You could pop out this whole bench section and maybe put your table right there. Like, take this table and kind of prop it against the window, and then, possibilities are endless right here. Is this where you put a crib? Is this where you do something special that's really unique to your setup and your needs for your travel trailer? Same thing over here. If you've got this nice long bench seat, what are the possibilities with this area? I just think that this could be a really versatile space for someone who is maybe going full-time and just could see the need for adjustments that really fit their particular lifestyle or hobbies, what have you. So I think this is great. Kitchen. What's nice about this model too is you don't have that jut out. And what's really great in the Globetrotter is you have a really large sink, so we miss that. Now, we probably do dishes a little more often now that our sink is smaller, but we do miss this really nice large sink. And again, you've got that sort of chef's kitchen feature here. Nice Korean counters, and the same finishes that we saw previously in the Globetrotter. So that's all good. I just think this is really unique and special. Something that you might not notice, but is definitely worth pointing out, you may not notice this unless you've lost it, right? So we had the Globetrotter and then we moved to the Cloud. Something you lose in that move is this really nice feature where behind the seating spaces, there is a solid surface that you can put stuff on. So call that your decorating space, call that where you keep your coasters and have a place to throw your drink. It actually is just really nice to have that dedicated place to put things, and that runs throughout the whole seating area in the Globetrotter model.
Okay, so the classic in Airstream is going to be like creme de la creme, like top of the line, very, very nice, very luxurious. So on the exterior, you are again going to have the automatic awning, which is nice to have. The other thing that's unique about the Classic is the propane tanks are much larger. Not much larger, but they're larger than what comes in, say, your Globetrotter or your Flying Cloud. So you're gonna get a little bit extra propane storage. It's gonna last you a little bit longer, which is always nice. So also on the Classic, you're gonna get the automatic stabilizer jacks, which is nice. Another thing that doesn't come on any of the other models is this storage. So in a couple of spots throughout on the exterior, there's more storage that is just really nice to have. So, you know, any of your, you know, chocks, maybe your hoses, something that, you know, just kind of takes up random space. It's nice to have any extra storage to add. Then if we come over here to the entrance, two really cool features. One, this fun little handle that has a light. Ours is just like a thin metal strip, so you know, fun, makes you feel a little more fancy. I don't know. The other thing that I really love, which I think this is new, is a doorbell.
Doorbell.
That is really cool.
That's
I love that. One other thing I've noticed is these boxes and this vent hood are stainless steel. So the other ones are plastic. And so on the Classic, you're just getting an all-around better fit and finish. And you're going to pay for it too.
The doorbell is a nice lead into the residential feel of the Classic. So when you walk in, we actually don't know what this color scheme is called, but they have a few different ones if you want to Google it. And we'll show you a different one over in a second.
Also, I don't know how to turn off the dimmers, and it's very wavy in here, so...
Sorry. We don't know how to work the Classic. Sorry, guys. But if you'll just take a look here, like, let's just call it the, you know, dining, seating, and kitchen space first. You can see that the couches are really nice, and they are definitely as cozy as they look. This is a nice place to hang out for sure. Like all the comforts of a home couch.
And they recline.
And they recline. Nice. And then you've got just a different finish here as well. So nice big overhead storage, just really pretty cabinetry like you might find in a home. These counters are an upgrade for sure. So these are nicer than the Cloud and the International and the Globetrotter, and it's just like, again, going to be your top of the line quality, really thick, really nice countertops, huge sink, deep sink, nice faucet feature. And then something that they changed, I suppose, recently is they used to have a window over the burner area, but they've moved it over here. So similar to the other models, you know, have this sort of like double window here above the sink or in front of the sink. This is an upgrade. So they recently added this one in the 2023 for the Classic, a really nice burner option that you have here, and then you can get the convection oven or oven feature here. is that a convection oven?
I don't know, but it looks nice.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what this is. This is like a new one. I don't know if it always comes with this, to be honest, or if it's new, but typically you've got like the convection microwave situation, which is a microwave that you can, you know, bake in. This looks like a really nice oven situation below your burners. So alongside the seating and dinette, again, you have this really nice tabletop, really nice cushion, super cozy. And then this thing goes down, and I think this is something that you can use a button to lower it down, and then add your cushion so this can become an additional sleep space. You'll also get the larger refrigerator with this one. So this one's just a bit bigger than some of the other models. And then a nice big closet. Ooh, really nice. Smells good in there. And this is going to have the split shower and bathroom. So similar to a lot of the models that we've looked at, this is a 30-foot Jean. Is that right? But like we've seen in the other, like the 27-foot models, a lot of them have the split shower. So same thing there. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Ooh, fancy. Look at that, a full-length mirror. You can see my bump growing. This is the only model that has that full length, and honestly, we could go for a full-length mirror. We never really know how our outfits are coming together, and sometimes I catch a glimpse of my bump somewhere, and I'm like, whoa, okay, like, I don't get to see that every day, so that's kind of a fun feature of this one. Oh, there's another big one here for getting ready, and then you've got a nice sink, kind of like you know, geometric feel to it, so just a little fancy. Some storage, very cool. And then this is going to be your same push pedal toilet. A little laundry basket. Cool. And towel rack. Nice. I like this.
Heated towel rack.
Oh, heated towel rack. Ooh la la. And then pretty standard for the bedroom, but we'll go ahead and show it. Queen bed. You've got your nightstand. This one has a drawer and a like cabinet that you can open. Overhead storage. This one though comes with like your bendy bed, whatever these are called.
Your bendy bed.
I don't know, where you can like, you know, sit up in bed. You like use a little remote and you're like, maybe we just want to read in bed for a while and I don't want to be laying down. So when we're talking features, this one is just smarter. So you obviously do have the updated AC here, but throughout you've got this this different type of heating. And what is this called, James?
It's like the Aldi heating system.
Yeah, so this is a really nice feature to keep the trailer warm. That's throughout. And then again, everything is just smarter. So instead of flips and switches, you've got like fancy buttons, and then you've got this screen that controls everything. So come take a look at this, James. So this is going to be just a smarter way to control all of the features within your trailer if you have the classic. So we've got lighting, AC, and what have you, battery and everything like that. So it's just going to be all over a bit smarter and a bit fancier. A little residential, you know? Look, you even have these, what are they called? Roman shades, right? Ooh.
Fancy.
Roman shade. We'll sleep that down. Clearly, I do not belong in a home with Roman shades. We'll go back to our office now. We'll go back to our cloud now. Let's go with that too. So, we're not going to go too far into this classic, but we did want to show you the alternative layout for this one. So, it's pretty cool. This is going to be a 33-foot, and it's going to be a different color scheme as well for you to check out. Bed's that way. You got your dining, seating, kitchen this way. But I just want to like kind of sneak past all of this real quick and show you this. So really cool. So your TV situation is a projector that's above the seating area and cast over here. So what's really special about this one, I don't know how to retract that. I'm sure it's not that hard, but I'm just gonna not. But what's really cool about this one is it also comes with a desk feature. So there's a nifty little chair that totally hides away so it's not in your way. And then this can be used as just additional counter space or a workspace. So you do have a dedicated table, dedicated seating, and dedicated workspace, which is hard to find in an Airstream. So you really sometimes feel like you're having to make a compromise between those three things. You can't have everything typically. So I think it's cool to see that one in this model.
But if you want to sit and work, it'd be really hard to watch TV at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm sitting here with this light in my eyeball, like. But from over here, maybe.
It is still a really cool feature.
Yeah, it is really cool.
So what's behind you? It looks like a massive bathroom.
Yeah, so the other thing about this 33-footer, this is for people who are like, oh, I would never go Airstream because I could never deal with that tiny bathroom. Meet mega bathroom. So, I mean, just take a look at this shower. Okay. Just to give you the comparison. It's big.
Really big.
Yeah, it's big. A big shower. And then you've got, you know, toilet area, storage, counter space. Really just nice. You're not going to feel crowded getting ready in here. You can see your whole outfit. You can watch your bump grow if you're pregnant. And closet. You'd put some grease on that door. These would just be fun. Oops, turn on the water pump. These would just be fun to have. Little buttons. This I have questions about. I can't imagine riding with wine here. This is wine rack, right?
It looks like it.
Cannot envision riding with wine here.
I don't know if you ride with it, but maybe, you know, you store it.
You set it up. When you get to your camp and you just been to the grocery store, you're like, and here's my wine that I bought for this trip. That could be fun. Okay, so we really focused on the Cloud, International, Globetrotter, and Classic models, which are going to be kind of your larger and kind of your stair step to more features, functionality, and finishes. But don't sleep on these smaller models. To be honest with you, we know nothing about, say, your Bambi and your Caravel. We haven't really looked into them, but because they're on the floor today, we're kind of just going to go see what's up in here. First of all, Bambi is just a cute name, and just from this doorway view, what you get to see of this camper is super cute. So I'm excited to check it out. Okay, so it's basically just one big open space, but even just at first look, it's super functional. So one thing that I really like that you do have, again, a drop station. So this would be a great place to just keep things. So if it were us, we'd probably put like a little basket here that we're, you know, secured so we could throw our wallet, glasses, things here. Comes with some nice key hooks. Again, you can ditch the whiteboard if you want and put something to drop things in here. And this is just really nice. I love that feature. A little shoe drop. Very similar dinette situation, which is cool. Feels a bit more tactical here, which is great. This is smaller, and definitely this would be tough to do for long unless you're just the type that's really great about washing every dish that you use as you use it. This stovetop is not going to be that Furrion, it looks like. For this one, still looks nice. No qualms about it. Just going to be I guess like a downgrade if you were to go this way, or you would upgrade into the Furrion model, well, the ones with the Furrions. We do have a microwave here. Storage. Oh, nice. And look, this is great. I mean, super functional, right? You've got your mirror. This is a bigger mirror than like ours has. Same size sink, some storage here. Cool. And then this. Oh. Okay. That's a bathroom. Well, in this, being that it's a really small space, honestly, to get this separate shower and the separate toilet, and you're not in like a shower head in the toilet room situation, that's kind of nifty. This, I feel like, would be annoying. Bed. Cute. I like it. Let's see how big the fridge is. Yeah, I mean, this is everything you would need and more for like typical, you know, weekend camping or short-term trips, or even for people who are just better at being minimal than we are. Could be a totally fine full-time rig too. I like it. Okay, and just for fun, I'm pretty sure this one will get a ton of coverage this year because it's brand new. But just for fun, I want to show you the new Airstream Rangeline. So this is going to be a Class B camper van, and I mean, the coolest thing about it is up there. it's a pop out. So your bed's up there and the room's all below you. So this is actually what Jamie and I were looking at when we first started thinking about going full time and getting a camper. I really loved the idea of the pop up, so your bed is just always out of the way. It's just not a thing that's in your way, and everything else is living space during the day. So just the ability to kind of hide that away and have the space that you need, I think is super cool and a really good move on Airstream. So let's go check it out. So I'm sure you'll get a lot of other videos with specs. We just kind of wanted to take a quick peek here. So how long is this, James? Do we know how long this one is?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're just gonna show you that it's pretty. So first thoughts here, it's really nice. Like, it's just, you can clearly tell it's really quality built right away. But you've got your little table here. I imagine this seat turns around, but I don't know if that person can kind of turn around and sit with you. It looks like they swivel. So I would guess that you can turn around and have this person having lunch with you. All these drawers secure through this little button. This looks like the stovetop option, so you can kind of hide that away too and have your counter space and get that out when you need to cook. Trash can, cool. This one I think is just a drawer. A little sink, a little microwave, some overhead storage. So for us, this would be a really tough move for full time. It would just feel a little crowded, just even with Dublin alone, but then also obviously with baby. But I can totally see how people who just want to go out, hit the road, off-road, do a lot of overlanding, that sort of thing, boondocking, like this would be pretty cool. So I'll show you the fridge size here. Honestly, not a bad fridge size for how big this camper is. Try to get over here and get this toilet. So you do have, I think they just call it like a wet bath or something like that. This is going to be your combined shower toilet area. And then this is another bed. So you've got your bed up there, but there's another bed space here. If it were me, I think I would just kick it, right? Like I would just get rid of this bed and make this a really functional space back here. Maybe you need a desk. Maybe you want a convertible table area. Maybe you just want some floor space to do your things. Or maybe this is a great place to throw your gear, like if you have recreational gear that you want to take with you.
Yeah, so overall, I mean, it's very functional for the size that it is. And I love that, like, the bathroom is over here, whereas because like a lot of times it's in the very back where the double doors are. So you have all that space, like you're saying, to do a lot, and then you have all that storage up there on both sides. So really a awesome, you know, it has a really great, nice feel to it.
Yeah, it is super nice.
But also, yeah, like utilitarian.
Yes, and you know, you don't lose your van life, you feel, because you can just keep those doors swung open and enjoy your space that way too. Bring the outdoors in a little.